Well, hey guys, welcome back to the second part of the Ford 4.0 head rebuild and head gasket. Basically everything from the head gaskets up. Good morning. It's another morning. It's been a few days. I actually had to take a personal. I got one side scrubbed up. Not looking bad at all. Down to the machine marks. I took the razor blade to it first, and then I used the green, wherever it's at, I used a green pad to scrub the rest of the stuff off. This is what it looks like before the scrubbing. I took just the razor blade to this side. Down to the machine marks still. So I'm gonna do this side next. And then of course you got the trouble area right there. We'll see how that flattens out or turns out or whatever. So we got everything cleaned off. Everything's looking pretty good. Cleaned out all the cylinders. This one's, it's just stained with water. I don't think it's damaged. It doesn't feel rough in there at all. And this was where the damage was to the block. It got a little bit of pitting. It's been like that for a while, I imagine. But it's all clean now. I think it'll go back together nice with some copper seal. The lifters, I still gotta drain the oil because the lifter valleys were all full of milkshake. Lifters, full of milkshake. Well, they mostly kind of drained now that I've had them sitting in here. Oh yeah, there's some gooey. Clean these out and re-soak them. The heads sitting over here, fresh out of the machine shop, looking good, looking great. There was a couple things to note. This isn't the first time someone had these heads off. There was already these types of plugs in them, which the machine shop said, you know, those are not factory, those are something he would have put in. And he's right, because he put in similar ones. They're just black and not red. Another thing to note, obviously, is you've got an original Ford here. Right, original Ford. Casting numbers all over the place. And over here you got this rough casting, super rough. No numbers anywhere. Except for whatever that is. So someone replaced this same head already. No, scratch that. The one I left the bolt in is the driver's side. This is the one that blew. Would have been right here is where it blew. This is the passenger side that had nothing wrong with it. But it had to be shaved 10 thousandths more than the one that blew. If you look closely here, you can see the gap between the spark plug hole and the surface is about a 1/16 of an inch. And if you come over here to all of these, you have no inch. No nothing. They are up to that last thread. So yeah, he said run it, see what happens. So here we got the blown Ford 4.0 intake manifold. And I'm trying to get these studs out of the fuel rail, and what they require is an internal Torx socket. And if you don't have one of those, like me, you can take 2 of the nuts that came with it for the upper intake manifold. I'm going to put them flange to flange. My dog's psychotic, he's just barking at nothing. You're going to get 2 13-mil wrenches, tighten them to each other, and you grab the bottom one, and these aren't very tight at all. Sensors out, and wiggle this out for these Okay. Now we just gotta clean it. Ugh. Hey guys, what's going on? It's the next morning and I'm just getting ready to spray the gaskets with some copper seal. And I decided, oh well, I should get the lifters in first. Let's go and inspect those and see how they're doing. Now they're sitting here soaking in oil, and I'm like, well, let's look at the lifter or the push rods too. And I noticed that. Can you see the football shape there walking in the light? And I noticed that every one of them are like that, except for maybe these three on the top. So I looked at the underside, and all of the undersides are footballed. So none of these push rods are good. And if we look closely here, we can see that football, how the metal's worn away in a football shape, oval shape, whatever you want to call it. I'm just being funny, but yeah. It's weird too because they're not oiled, like they're not through oiled or whatever you call it. There's no hole running through the center of these push rods. The oil goes in through the block, through the little oil galleries. I still don't know if it's galley or gallery. Into this hole here that the milkshake is pouring out of, and that's where the lubrication stops. The internal of the lifter stays lubricated, but that's it. Everything above it, like this cup and the push rods and all this, just gets lubed by splashing, I guess. I mean, because there's no holes in the bottom of that. There's no holes. There are holes in the tops of these lifters, but where's oil coming from? Just splashing into this hole. You know, nothing directly feeding into them. So we gotta wait for parts, and it's gonna be like another couple days. In the meantime, I can still paint these. I was just trying to degrease them, and all the paint started coming off, so I had to go through and just take all the rest of the paint off because they were like half painted and half rusting. Ugh, I can't, you know, can't let it go like that. I could do that, maybe. Here's what they look like with all the paint stripped off. Huh? All right, got the valve covers painted up. Looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. It's just some etching primer right now. Just enough to keep it out of the elements, you know, and keep it looking uniform. The intake manifold's cleaned and scrubbed up. Looking real good all over the place. And we also got all the new parts for the top end. We got the rockers, we've got all the lifters. He even went and did new fuel injectors because he didn't like seeing that. So we've got those. We've also got 12 push rods. For some reason, we got 6 in one box and then 6 boxes with 1 each. So I don't know what that's about. But there's the part numbers. Push rods, part number for the injectors, the lifter, right? And then you got your rockers. So we're gonna disassemble these two in this video and go ahead and get the new rockers on these, and then we'll take a look at them. Good morning. Okay, let's see. I let the parts soak in the chem dip overnight. We're looking pretty good. Let's see if we can get them back together and looking better. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this video. We've got a lot of stuff done. We've got the valve covers painted. We've got the intake manifold cleaned off very well, top and bottom. We've got the heads back from the machine shop. Those are ready to go. We got the new rocker shafts assembled and lubed up, looking real nice. All these lifters and push rods are ready to go in. Top of the block is cleaned off and ready for some copper spray, for real this time. But we're gonna take a break. We're gonna step back from the head on this thing and switch gears a little bit. We're gonna do the timing chain on it while everything's apart. I don't know why. I was gonna wait, you know, until the head gasket job was done to do the timing, but I don't know, it just seems like I should do it now. I've changed my mind. So I appreciate you guys watching, and please like and subscribe if you want to see the next videos on this and the outcome of this thing, you know, that runs after all the work we've done. That way you'll get notified. But I'll see you later. Have a good one.